These engines aren't just reliable, they're actually immortal. They hail from an era when emission standards were more like friendly suggestions than hard rules. Think about the Drive E engine or the Ford's 2.3-liter EcoBoost, which might as well have been carved out of a Viking ship for how indestructible it was. In today's video, we're going to take a cruise through some of the most powerful line 4 turbocharged engines ever made. Number 10, the Volkswagen's EA888. Now, if engines had Hall of Fame plaques, this bad boy would have been inducted back in 2004 when it first hit the scene. Over the years, it's gone through 3 generations, each one stronger, smarter, and more efficient than the last. But today, we're going to focus on the EA888 Evo 4, the superhero of its lineup. A 2-liter engine packing 316 to 329 horsepower with a torque of 310 pounds-per-feet. That's not just numbers, that's going to leave you grinning on a windy road kind of power. Now, the Golf R MK8, yeah, that's where you'll find it, along with this slick 20th anniversary edition. And hey, if you're into tweaking and tuning, the engine has endless possibilities. Talk about a gearhead's dream. But let's not skip over its brains either. This engine has a dual overhead camshaft setup, and it's rocking both direct and multi-port fuel injection. That's fancy talk for better fuel efficiency and lower emissions. And the lightweight construction, a combo of cast iron block with an aluminum alloy head that keeps it strong but nimble. Number 9, the Toyota 3S GTE engine. Back in the day, Toyota cooked up this 2-liter turbocharged beauty with a cast iron block. Because let's face it, durability matters when you're blasting through the World Rally Championship. And the genius didn't stop there. Toyota engineers, in collaboration with Yamaha, the same folks who make those cool motorcycles, they designed reinforced cylinder walls and a cutting-edge turbo cooling system. The result? An engine that routinely clocks over 200,000 miles and still purrs like a content lion. Unlike other turbocharged engines that crumble under pressure, the 3S GTE's heat management system will laugh in the face of overheating. Rally teams loved it for not just its power, but for its uncanny ability to stay consistent, no matter how extreme the conditions got. Number 8, the Nissan SR20 DET. It's the 90s, the era of baggy jeans, grunge music, and some of the most over-engineered engines ever made. Among the titans like the 2JZ and RB26, there's the SR20 DET, which stood tall, a turbocharged marvel with a reputation that's nothing short of legendary. Over-engineered in the very best way, this thing could take a beating and still show up the next day ready for more. The engine made its turbocharged debut in the Nissan Bluebird. Yeah, not the Silvia that we all know and love, but when it hit the S13 Silvia, well, that was when it became a legend. Light chassis, rear-wheel drive, and an SR20 under the hood. Drift Kings were born. Now sure, some people will say, but it's not an RB or a 2JZ, and yeah, it's not a 6-cylinder, but here's the deal. The SR's aluminum block kept it lightweight, which meant that you're not nosediving every corner. It's precision over raw power, and for drifters, that's the holy grail. Number 7, the Mitsubishi 4G63. Debuting in the 1980s, the 4G63 first powered the gallant VR4, but its claim to fame, the Lancer Evo series. This thing didn't just show up, it dominated. Rally circuits, drag strips, you name it. The 4G63 had a hand in breaking records. It's the kind of engine that made you wonder how something so small could pack such a massive punch. And what made it special? A cast iron block paired with an aluminum head. Translation? Tough and efficient. The forged steel crankshaft made it practically bulletproof, while its turbocharged version, the 4G63T, became the go-to choice for pushing insane horsepower numbers. It wasn't just fast, it was dependable. Number 6, the Mercedes-AMG M139. Introduced in 2019, this isn't just any engine, it's the pinnacle of precision and power. Hand-assembled under AMG's one-man, one-engine philosophy. Yeah, you heard me. One person builds it, start to finish. That's like having a chef prepare your meal, plate it, and deliver it to your table, all with the finesse of a Michelin star master. The M139 doesn't just rest on its fancy handcrafted laurels, though. This bad boy churns out a 416 horsepower and 369 pounds-per-feet of torque. And it does so with some serious tech flexes, like a dual-scroll turbocharger. Think of it like an engine's secret weapon, spooling up faster for better low-end torque. No lag, just power on demand. Perfect for those quick escapes when you're late to, well, anywhere. The M139's fuel injection system combines direct injection with multi-spark ignition, which means it's efficient, clean, and ready to pounce. Add in lightweight forged pistons, a reinforced crankshaft, and an aluminum cinder block, and you've got durability to match the performance. Number 5. Ford's 2.3-liter EcoBoost. Debuting back in 2015, this turbocharged gem made its way into some iconic Ford rides, like the Mustang, the Bronco, even the Ford Focus RS. This isn't just a run-of-the-mill engine, it's a high-performing beast that's versatile enough to fit a range of vehicles. We're talking 310 horsepower and 320 pounds-per-foot of torque straight out of the factory when it's in the Mustang. And in the Focus RS, it can crank up to 350 horsepower. You feel the adrenaline just thinking about it, right? Well, now here's the genius. Ford packed in features like direct fuel injection and twin independent variable camshaft timing. Translation? You get big power without guzzling fuel like a V8. It's like having your cake and eating it too, except your cake can go 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. Yeah, this engine doesn't just move, it's efficient and eco-friendly too. Hence the name, EcoBoost. So what really stands out to me? The engine's reputation for reliability. Yeah, some folks call it the Eco Boom when modded to extremes. Pushing it past 450 torque can really test its limits, but if you treat it right, you've got a workhorse that'll go 200,000 miles easily. Number 4, the Mitsubishi 4B11T. First introduced in 2007, it was Mitsubishi's ace card for the Lancer Evolution X, replacing the iconic 4G63T. Now I know what you're thinking, why mess with perfection? Well, emission standards had a say in that, and the 4B11T stepped in to bring the heat. This beauty comes with an all-aluminum build, goodbye cast iron blocks, and hello weight reduction and thermal efficiency. Think of it like swapping out a brick for a feather. It's 20 to 30 pounds lighter and handles heat like a pro. But let's cut to the chase. Power. This engine cranks out anywhere from 240 to a jaw-dropping 440 horsepower, with torque ranging from 260 to 412 pounds per foot. The Evo X FQ440 variant? That's the beast. 440 horsepower of unbridled fury. What makes the 4B11T sing? A square design, 86mm bore and stroke, for balance and free revving glory. Pair with Mitsubishi's MyVec tech for variable valve timing. And let's not forget the turbo, a twin-scroll setup that serves up low-end torque like it's a buffet. The engine internals, tougher than your dad's old steel-toed boots, capable of handling 500-plus horsepower with ease. Number 3, the Honda K20C1. This beast puts out a jaw-dropping 320 horsepower and 310 pounds per foot of torque. That's enough juice to make the Honda Civic Type R one of the fastest front-wheel drive cars to ever tear up the Nürburgring. It's not just about speed. This engine is engineered for efficiency too, with its clever reverse VTEC technology. Unlike its predecessors, this system works solely on the exhaust camshaft, optimizing power delivery like a chef perfecting a signature dish. This engine boasts a lightweight crankshaft, stronger piston rods, and an upgraded cylinder head. Translation? It's built to last and scream past competitors while sipping fuel. Number 2, the Porsche 718. Now, this little beast is proof that good things do come in small packages. Back in the 1950s and 60s, Porsche's flat-4 engines were dominating the Targa Florio and Le Mans circuits, leaving everyone else in the dust. Fast forward to today, and the 718 series carries that torch with pride, only now it's turbocharged. It's like giving a sprinter jet-powered shoes. The 718 Boxster starts with a 2-liter engine pumping out 300 horsepower. That's a cool 35 horses more than its predecessor. And if you're feeling spicy, the Boxster S ups the ante with 350 ponies from a 2.5-liter engine. Turbocharging doesn't just add power, it's like strapping rocket boosters to a family sedan, but still making it sip fuel politely. Porsche didn't stop there. The engineers worked magic on the turbo response, fine-tuning air induction and exhaust systems so precisely that the car feels like it's reading your mind every time you hit the accelerator. And number 1, the 1980s Formula One tracks were roaring with the sound of 900 bhp 1.5-liter engines, and Volvo saw that and thought, hey, let's bring some of that brilliance to everyday rides. Enter the Drive E engine. It's compact, versatile, and surprisingly efficient. Volvo prototyped these bad boys in 2011's World Touring Car Championship. And let me tell you, they were not messing around. Here's the genius. It's not the size of the engine that matters. It's how much air you can shove through it. That's why they slapped a supercharger and a turbocharger on the high-spec versions. The supercharger handles the low-end torque like a champ, while the turbo takes over when the airflow and your adrenaline starts to ramp up. And they designed these engines with electrification in mind from day one. Some models even feature a 65-kilowatt electric motor for that zero-emission urban stealth mode. And the result? Even a tank-like SUV like the XC90 manages to combine beastly performance with eco-friendly finesse. Were there any we missed out on? What was your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below.